Hello everyone, welcome to Achievers Adda. Part number 2 of the top 5 questions of the UGC NET paper 1. So in this video, I will be discussing another set of 5 questions. As usual, 4 questions I will discuss, 1 question is for you. So let's get into the video guys. Before that, every day 5 p.m. at Unacademy free platform, I am discussing the free live session for the both paper 1 and paper 2 commerce. At 5 p.m. paper 1 and 9 p.m. paper 2 and paper 1 both are discussing at Unacademy live. Let's crack NTA UGC NET YouTube channel I am discussing. 9 p.m. YouTube live, 5 p.m. will be Unacademy free live. So, and you can follow me in the Unacademy learning app, and do not forget to join in my Telegram group. The Telegram group name is that Achievers Adda AA. So the name is appearing on the top as well as in the description it is available. So you can go for that. And complete batch course on paper 1, which is Ignite batch course, and paper 2, which is Engage batch course. This paper 2 commerce will be covered and paper 1 will be covered. Both will be having total 20 units, 10 plus 10. Everything will be covered by 2 of us at Unacademy Plus platform. There is an offer which is going on before the 26th of August. If you take the subscription, 20% off on the Unacademy Plus subscription. And whenever you are taking a subscription, if you use this referral code Shiva Live, the respective discounts will be available to you. SHIVA LIVE. Not only the discount, you will get all my chart wise presentation of the material which is there for the paper 1 and paper 2 commerce, because my material especially made it in the form of a chart wise. Within the less number of pages, highest coverage, conceptual coverage will be there. So you can just see the other videos which are there in this channel, how I covered many of the topics. Right? Question number 1. Which type of research encourages the participant perspective? By Pukad question, this is very easy question. Name itself, one keyword. Participant perspective means point of view. That is means qualitative research. So when something quality, out of the 4 options which is there for quality: ethnographic, historical, exotic and experimental research. So obvious answer is that option number A is the correct answer. Ethnographic research is nothing but a cultural study. Cultural study means where a researcher will go into the lives of the participants who are there in that particular place. Live participation will be there. He will interact with the participants or the cultural people, and he will try to get the data directly from them only, or by live observation he will try to get the data, which is real data, which you cannot manipulate. There is a possibility to manipulate, but less possibility is there. It is possible, but possibility is very much less. And this is qualitative data. There is no statistics that you are going to gain it. You are going to gain many people perspective only, you are going to get it. That is what ethnographical method of a research. And here what do you mean by exotic research? Exotic is an process of careful and analytical study of a biblical passages undertaken in order to produce a useful interpretation. Simply exegesis literal meaning is that interpretation of something in your own terms. It's like a narrative. When someone is writing the biography of other person, it is obviously you have to understand the other person's life. Based on that, the author will mold himself the entire story into his own, and later he will narrate the entire story by his own interpretation. That is what exegesis over here. Exegesis research is that only. And next, second question, hypothesis testing, which results into either affirmation or disaffirmation, is the explicit consent in which of the following research or the method of research. Affirmation means acceptance, disaffirmation means non-acceptance type. So either this or that is explicit consent for which method of a research. Let's see. So option B is given as an correct answer. That is B and C. Experimental research, ex post facto research. Why either affirmation or disaffirmation is explicit consent? Remember, in other research, in the historical and exegetical and descriptive research, we are not much concerned about acceptance or rejectance. Why? Because these are descriptive means current study, historical means past study, exegetical means narration of something already happened. Whereas ex post facto and experimental, these both are requiring cause and effect relationship properly. Here in the exegetical, historical, descriptive, there is no requirement of cause and effect. Means in any research, whenever we wanted to identify the reason to know the impact on some other thing, reason which is a cause, to know the effect on the other, this because of this reason, because of this cause, there is something might have happened, or there is something which is being created as a relation. So that type is only possible in B and C, which is experimental and ex post facto. Here manipulation will be there. In the ex post facto, manipulation will not be there. Whether manipulation is there or not, here the point to be understood as an affirmation and disaffirmation, means acceptance or a rejectance will happen because of the relationship that is between the cause and effect, relationship between the independent variable which is cause, dependent variable which is an effect. So that based on that context only you must choose the answer. Next question, steps of the research and techniques at various steps. Problem formulation, hypothesis making, selecting a sampling procedure, data analysis. So I already told you, in selecting a list number 1 matching with a list number 2, try to choose one option which will make your answer. So out of this 4, problem formulation, graphical and tabular presentation, drawing a subset from the larger set, raising a pivotal question in the field of inquiry, setting up a relationship among the variable. By setting up a relationship is nothing but hypothesis making. B must be 4. Selecting a sampling procedure, this C must be a subset which is 2. And data analysis is a presentation, graphical representation of the data. Problem formulation is an rising. So A3B4, is there any option? Option number 1 is available. Yes. Let's see the answer. Yes, answer is option number A. A3B4 C2 and D1. Obvious. Very easy question. Pukat. 2 marks. Next, there is no difference between format and style of writing and reference in thesis and research article. They are saying no difference between format and style of writing and referencing in thesis and research article. So thesis and research article, there will not be any difference between the referencing styles and style of writing. Is it correct or not? And research ethics and its observance is mandatory for all researchers. Obviously statement number 2 you can say this is as true, because for all the researchers and researchers, as a person, as an activity, for both ethics are more important. Without ethics you cannot complete your research. Ethical violation will not be an proper conclusion. And here they stated no difference. Why there is a difference? Because for the research article we don't need to follow much guidelines, but for the thesis you have bound to follow certain guidelines which is by the respective authority. So the format and style of writing and referencing for thesis somehow different, and for the research article also somehow different. Research article can be an article if it publishes in any newspaper, also it is an article. Any blog also it is an article. Any journal also it is an article. There you are following, in certain cases you are following style of referencing or not. But for every thesis you must and should follow the style of writing and format. But both the formats are different. And here a research hypothesis has to be tested with the help of null hypothesis, and tenability of the research hypothesis cannot be directly affirmed. Look at the negative statements which you are given in this statement number 2. Actually none of the answer is given as an correct answer. So none of the option is correct. But let us try to understand the question at least to an extent. What do you mean by tenability? Tenability means capable of being held. Tenability means capable of being maintained, capable of being defending. If we are able to defend, if we are able to give the reason, if we are able to show which is correct, that is what we can say it as an tenability. So tenability of a research hypothesis, which is alternative hypothesis, cannot directly be affirmed. Actually this is correct statement, because by looking at the fate of the null hypothesis, we can say anything about the alternative hypothesis. So whatever they stated, tenability means the possibility and capability of research hypothesis cannot directly affirmed is correct. We cannot say anything directly about it. We have to tell in an indirect way only. What is the indirect way? Research hypothesis has to be tested with the help of null hypothesis only. This statement is wrong. Why wrong? Because with the help of research hypothesis, null hypothesis is going to be tested. Ulta they have given null hypothesis which we wanted to test it initially, then we will decide the fate of the alternative hypothesis. But they given ulta statement which is wrong. So statement 1 is not correct and but the reason is correct. Answer can be 4. But don't know what happened to them. They have removed this question and given marks to all. They excluded this question from the evaluation. Fourth question. Every year Press Council of India celebrates the National Press Day on. This is a factual question which is given. National Press Day celebrated on which year? No answer for this question also. Very good. Super. Excellent. In one question paper, no answer for 2 questions. So National Press Day usually every year on November 16 we are celebrating. So November 15 is given which is wrong. So no other option is suitable. So correct option is that November 16 is the date every year which is for National Press Day. National Press Day November 16. Now you must answer this question. Which newspaper logo bears "Let Truth Prevail"? Do not check it in the Google. Try to answer this question without checking in the Google. So which newspaper is having the logo as "Let Truth Prevail"? Let Truth Prevail. The Statesman, Times of India, the Tribune and the Hindu. These are the 4 options. You must answer this easy question which is in the comment box, and at least I am expecting 70 comments for this question. Thank you so much. Bye to all. We'll meet in the next 5 set of questions.